6,
7,
8,
9
10.
years old.
Hey, girl, hi.
Hi, why are you squinting? Are you okay?
I feel like my eyes are red.
They are. It looks like you're a bit high, if I'm being completely honest, but maybe you're just slowly dying inside, poor thing. You look pretty, though.
Not you looking high and pretty. I guess that goes together.
Yeah. What's going on?
Well,
Speaking
I have been taking edibles. So, but in this moment, I'm not actually high. I'm just very tired. But shout out to Kim. Kim, you done changed my life, girl. Ooh.
Kim Biology. So wait, Kim is the one that got you taking edibles now. Make it make sense. When your best friend has been offering.
Girl, you ain't never give me no edibles. Kim.
That's not true. I had edibles on the.
You giving me?
Shut up. Like gifted them to you? No, because you won't take them when I have them. You're like, I can't take them. I can't take them.
Well, maybe it was my trip to Atlanta actually opened me up to the possibilities. But Kim gave us some. Here it is. If you're on Patreon.
Don't say that. No, she didn't. Kim only gave them. We went to Chicago.
Girl,
and we enjoyed them.
Nobody knows how Kim sent this to me.
Let me tell you something.
Nobody knows how.
It ain't legal in Philly.
You.
Wait, but let me also say something though. You tried not to. Kim sent us stuff, and I want you to know, Kim, that I had to convince Shanti to give me the ones that you sent me, and she showed me a new bag, which means she kept a full bag and gave me a half-eaten bag.
There was only one bag. There was one bag.
That's not true.
And I gave you half of them.
Yeah, no, that wasn't the bag.
Yes, it was. There was only one bag. She didn't send 2 bags. I wouldn't have taken 2. She only sent 1 bag, and I gave you half of these.
I don't know if I believe that because I could have sworn that bag was yellow shiny.
No, it was always this elderberry wellness. There were 20 of them. It was quite generous.
Thank you so much, Kim.
They have been really wonderful for me because I don't. They're only 5 milligrams, so I know everybody that actually does this shit
drugs.
For real,
is that what you about to say?
Are like appalled at my infantile. Like, grow up, be mature. But
5 is the perfect amount for me too.
I took half of this though, so
that's childish.
2.5.
That's childish. 2.5 is childish.
I bite it, and what it does for me, because if I become too high, I become overwhelmed with my thoughts, and I can't manage the intensity of it. But this one just offers enough of the lifting of the veil, because that's what it's like for me, that I can manage it, and it really puts me in my body, and my body's in pain.
Whoa!
And I'm like, am I like this? No, I'm like, am I feeling this 100% of the time? And now I'm just like aware of it, but like the tightness in my body, my knees, and I'm just like, I am understanding when people are saying that it's like it has its energy of its own, because it just reveals little things to you, like girl, your shoulder's aching, you gotta relax. There's a reason that your shoulders are always tight, your knees hurt, your body feels a little flaccid and weak. What's going on?
Oh no, it's giving frail.
It is. I feel frail in my body a little bit. It's also just giving me insight into my relationships, but in a way that feels really manageable and not weighted by shame.
Wait, and the edibles doing all this?
Yeah, it's helping me to like see the things and be like, oh, I'm doing this thing. You do this thing. You have this pattern. Oh, you do this thing with this person. Oh, your body needs attention in a particular kind of way. Like, what are you going? You can't unknow this shit now. Now you gotta, it's there. You're not making it up, but it's not wrapped in like shame or guilt. When I'm too high, if I feel my body hurting,
Oh.
Or if these things come up for me, it'll be like, oh, you're not getting any rest because you're working too hard, and you're not working too hard. Now JoJo's not getting any attention, and JoJo's not getting attention. She's going to be a bad mom. Then you should never, like, it goes so deep for me.
That was really good.
But now it doesn't do that for me. It feels like, oh, girl, this thing's happening. Let's figure out some ways to do. Nigga, I'm sorry. I just have to explain what this has done for me. At the Christmas Village for the Sable Collective, down in Love Park, open every day, Monday through Sunday, offering clothing, jewelry, housewares, books, and wellness products. If you're in Philadelphia, you should come down and pay us a visit. There is a register, a little wood register that we built at, and in the register is a little cubby, and we keep our to-go bags, little pamphlets, flyers, as well as a cardboard box. Mm-hmm. Cardboard box full of scissors, charging batteries, tape. It could be easily a clusterfuck. Easily, because it's just a box full with a bunch of shit. So for 5 days now, I've just been rummaging through this fucking box. I need stuff. I need to get my chargers, my scissors. It's like, all right, I'm going to just dig my hand in. And it causes me a very subtle, it's a really fast feeling, but it drives me nuts. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no, we're not going to do this. So I had a little bit of this edible and I sat down and it calmed me down. I put all of the chargers in a bag. I just organized everything. I tucked it away and I was just like, this is amazing. But what it did was it took away. I didn't have this racing feeling of like, I don't have time to do this. It like slowed me down. It made me realize you do have time. You're just addicted to this narrative of you don't have time. It's not true. It took 5 minutes and I was just like, this is your work. Like, fuck all this deep shit. It's just like slow down.
Take an edible.
And get to these little small minutia. You'll feel better. So shout out to Kim. I think you've changed my life. I think I'm never going to be the same. I think I'm a better person and I appreciate you. Thank you.
What an ad. All right. Let me ask you a question. Am I high right now?
Maybe. I hope so.
You let me know at the end of this episode if I'm high or not. Okay?
You're a bit giggly.
I'm a bit giggly.
Yeah, you're a bit giggly. That shit don't make me giggly. I'm like,
ready?
What?
All right, my updates, and I'll keep them brief. My job is trying to get us to go back to work in the office, and that's not gonna work for me. So I feel like God is pushing me towards the edge. And then I was listening, or not listening. I was reading my IG, and it's like when you're met with the edge or the ending, like, may you... Instagram.
Okay.
Do you know what IG is?
Yeah, but you're like, I was reading my IG.
I was reading mine. I posted. Girl, yeah, I posted it.
Oh, okay, word. I'm following you.
Are you following me now? All right. It said, when you arrive at the edge of an ending, may you surrender to the unfettering call to fly.
Girl, what and I was like,
oh. I said, that's what I asked myself. I said, wait a minute. Will I answer the unfettering call to fly? Or will I let capitalism and fear swallow me whole? Next week, I will answer that question. Or on the next episode of Around the Way Curls. But in the meantime, would anyone like to sponsor me? I am single. I only need $5,000 a month.
Not 5K.
I could even do... I'm not even asking for a lot. I'm trying to make my own way. $5,000 a month. That's not that much.
Show some ass.
I'm trying to do whatever necessary at this point. Because I don't feel I should be working in this way. I feel that there's something else out there for me. But I just can't seem to grab hold of it.
Girl, if you quit your job, you figure out what to do so fast.
Let me tell you something. If I quit my job, you will know how. Even high, I'd be like, oh my God, you quit your job. This is what you deserve. Like, it wouldn't stop. You're about to be on the street, broke, bankrupt, savings gone. What did you work for your whole life? You're too old for this. Like, it would just go down there.
You would figure out a way to get your income. I don't think you would quit your job.
Because I need a lot of money. Oh. Like, it's just so... No, like I'm like all these odd jobs I'm thinking of in my head don't get me there now. I'm like, how many podcasts do I have to do?
You could nanny. You know how much money? Oh, you know how much money you
Speaking of, shout out to the Sable Collective making money. Can you turn your phone off? Anyway, just let me know, y'all, if anybody would like to sponsor me. I am.
Like if you suck a little dick, you got that.
I do practice on different sizes.
You've been humping that pillow. You know what to do now.
That is not true. Anyway.
What a rebuttal. This is not true. All right.
Anyway. Stop.
If we were both high, that's what we should do. We should do a special Patreon where we both do a high.
But you won't do it. They keep. I think the next one. I don't think.
No, they won't. They're not gonna like me. They're gonna be like, Shanti. Are you okay?
We prefer sober Shanti.
That's what they're gonna say.
All right, wait. Listen. Please rate, share, and subscribe Around the Way Curls on all streaming podcasts. In addition, all we want for Christmas, rather, are reviews on Apple. Y'all, when we get these reviews, it really just does something for us. It has helped us behind the scenes have certain conversations because then it's sort of like validated that we are somebody because y'all had said so. So please make sure you actually write a review. That's all we ask for Christmas. Please. Thank you.
All I want for Christmas is a review.
First of all, my Siri just heard you. Started talking. Also, we'd like to announce a little something. Oh, shit. Announce a little something. We will be taking a break. We are putting our words to practice and prioritizing rest. So, with that said, the 26th of December through the 13th of December.
January.
Okay, the 26th of December through, this is a bad idea, the 13th of December.
No,
January 13th. That we will be taking a little break because, as you can hear, I need.
How far are we? I think we should cancel this. Can we do it?
No, you're making me laugh. We can. I watch you work. No, but that is. We need to take a break. I've never been more stressed.
My eyes have never been this red.
Shanti looks rough. A lot is going on in our personal lives. So we're going to take a break, but we will be posting reprises of old favorites. So now is the time. DM us, hit us up, send us the email, leave a voicemail about what your favorite episodes are from Around the Way Curls so that you can help us select what 6 episodes we will be reprising for all the newbies who joined like 2 months ago or whatever. You need to catch up. All right. Hot shit. Oh, Everyone's Salt added the albums that we've been talking about for the last 2 or 3 weeks to all streaming platforms. I am so excited about that. I didn't think they were going to do it. And then I feel like they did it now. Maybe so that folks on the like they might be submitting this stuff for the Grammys. And I just have it in my head, like if they win albums of the year for this, it would be so deserving. And then we could possibly see them.
Yeah, I don't know know if anybody, like, how are they going to accept it? They also posted something on the interweb saying, like, if we were to perform live, what songs would you play? But they're just a bunch of niggas that we already know. Like, they're just a collective of
it's
all
Cleo.
of them.
Who's who are that? What's a guy?
I don't know. Whoever the producer is, he produces for all of those British people. But
anyway,
that's amazing. Y'all need to go take a listen, okay? Get high and listen to Salt. I'm telling you, when I listen to Salt when I'm high, I said, this is not lower chakra. That's what I say. I said, higher. This is divine. This is making me feel good.
I know that's right. I think you need to do that tomorrow for yourself then, ma'am.
I will. In the morning I listen to them. In the morning I listen to them. In the morning I pray. At night I pray. Yeah, when I get my food, I pray. But they help me. They help me to remember to pray and how to pray. It's just a conversation, baby. A conversation now. Okay.
In other news, The Following. Did you ever watch that?
Mm-mm.
I don't know if you like murder mystery stuff. Like, you like the serial killer stuff, right?
But, like, real life. Like, I want to know is, like, some real niggas. Like, I want to Google them and be like...
You're really sick. Okay.
I know.
Never mind. I somehow revisited The Following. And anybody who's seen it, it's with Kevin Bacon, and it's about, like, the serial killer cult.
He is so scary.
Is Kevin Bacon?
He is a scary molester man.
Molester? No, he's not. He's so kind.
Is. I know. He's a sweet man in real life, but in my mind, he's locked in as a child molester.
Why?
I know. He played in a movie. He played in a movie as a priest that will molest the boys. And I was young and impressionable, and I said, this is fucked up.
Wow.
What is that movie?
Look that up. I kind of
don't watch it.
No.
Don't want to watch it. Mm-mm.
Okay, never mind. Don't watch that, y'all. Anyway, it's free, y'all. The CW is playing old shows for free for some reason, and I don't know why, but I ain't going to ask no questions. You know what I'd really like to see again? Roswell. Anyway, did you know that SZA had, you don't remember that show? I am the, what was it? It had the fire, it had the fire theme music. I am here, body, do down. You don't know that? And just
wait, like was it in like a Dawson's Creek? Like
everybody else. Yeah, it was so weird. It was so good though. It was like a weird alien movie, show. Roswell, and they looked like humans, and they were just trying to function as humans, but then they would go on like these weird ass odysseys.
But I love the word odyssey, and I love that you used it, Queen.
Thank you.
Look it up.
Did you know that SZA has a new album coming out?
I did. I love SZA. Oh. I'm excited to hear this new album. I'm excited to hear it. I heard some single that she had with Shirts, and I wasn't feeling it too much. But maybe she gonna fuck it up.
Maybe.
Her flow is crazy. Like the way SZA flows is crazy. I love it. I don't always like the music accompanied, but we'll see.
We will see. I'm not sure when that comes out, but stay tuned.
She showed her little visual or whatever.
Her album art. Mm-hmm.
We're at that time of the year, speaking of music, where Spotify shares the year in review. And it's so interesting to see how many people are upset about what comes up, what data comes out. They're like, this is inaccurate. And I was one of them because I was like, damn, Beyonce. She had me in a choke hold.
My Beyonce was sickening. I was like,
like, no way. It can't be accurate to go back to being a curmudgeon. It can't actually be accurate.
Let me see. I want to see what mine said again.
Virgo's
how many minutes? Do you know how many minutes you played it?
In a chokehold. I don't know how many minutes I played it, but
yeah, Beyonce was first on me too.
Who are your favorite artists?
You're never gonna guess.
I can't wait to hear.
My favorite, my second favorite.
Fucking go. Jasmine Sullivan.
No, I said you're never going to guess. Oh my God.
Barbra Streisand.
No, you're really not. My first person was Beyonce, obviously, because I was sick. And then the other guy is Geo Bebbing. Do you know that?
What?
Geo Bebbing is a pianist, and he plays solo piano, and it's some of the most beautiful. And he look, I'm not making this up. There he goes with his white self. I love him, and he's really great. And I listen to him.
I love that
in the morning, and you know what else? I listen to him during the day. I was surprised by the fifth one because I thought Krungbin would have been them, but the third was Alex Isley. That didn't surprise me. The fourth was Jasmine, and then the fifth was WizKid. I was like, "You want to be
that makes so much sense.
So bad.
That makes sense.
Isn't that funny?
Shout out to you.
But that was mine or whatever. But what'd you get outside of Beyonce?
It was Beyonce, Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Frank Ocean, which I was surprised by, and Tame Impala, which I'm not surprised by because I'm obsessed with that person.
Oh, I don't know them.
Oh, I don't know if you'd like Tame Impala. Rihanna did a cover of his song, trying to make him yeah, that wasn't her song, that was his song. But he's just like this white guy that is literally, he has to be insane because all he does is play music in like 15 instruments. Wow. He must not be well.
Oh, that's who I should have pointed out to everyone. Yeah. That was another hot shit. I'll do it next week. I don't know where it is. I gotta find it. There's this girl with the most beautiful voice, this Indian woman.
The Indian woman?
Do you know who I'm talking about, who I posted?
You posted her, and I did yoga and kind of wept. I was like, she is a higher being right there. She's on one.
Where would that
Gavana, Gavina, Gavankada.
Wait, I can... Don't. Shanti. Oh, here she is. Ganavya. Can I play some?
Phonetically?
Excuse me? No, I cannot. Don't play games with me. All right, can you mark down the time of this clip? Because I want to play it.
So.
Oh, I messed it up. Ready? Anyway, that's enough. Playing the bass. Playing the up. No, I'm high, so everything feels longer than what it is. Playing the upright bass. Oh, you were supposed to guess if I was high.
Apparently, girl, everybody knows you high. Quincy Jones, like, she's heavy. She's like got a recommendation by Quincy Jones. She went to Harvard. She's like big time, and she's living her best. I love this experience.
She's living her best off the ocean. I'm not affected by y'all. Do you read her captions?
I'm like, girl,
they're beautiful.
What? But she's also, I can dig it.
She's in the cave.
In the cave.
She's in the cave. She's free. But y'all, please make sure you look her up and be just as obsessed with her as we are.
Thanks for sharing the internet.
No problem, Queen. Oh, still me. Politics as usual. World Cup. We haven't talked about the World Cup. And it's because I don't be watching football like that outside of American football. And I don't think that you watch the World Cup either. Do you, Shanti?
Girl, you know I haven't.
You're right. But I would like to talk about the World Cup because this year, the World Cup is being hosted by Qatar. Or Qatar, as they say it, Qatar. Qatar is having a lot of controversy. The World Cup is having a lot of controversy. And it's for many of reasons. So one, in Qatar, they have never qualified for a World Cup, ever. The only reason why their team qualified for the World Cup this year is because they're hosting the event. Now, with that said, they've also had to build 8 stadiums, literally build a city in like preparation for this event. They've had to build hotels. Like they literally call it the new city. And they used slave labor for this. So migrant workers.
Slave labor?
Yes. So lots of people are, even these people are being interviewed. They used a lot of, not just slave labor, but included much, basically slave labor. And migrant workers are charged with building arenas, cities, hotels, etc., and are dying at an alarming rate due to the working conditions and the lack of pay that they are receiving. They also are not able to leave Qatar. The only way that they're allowed to is with specific permission from the government if they came over to do this work. That I also saw a statistic that one migrant worker there for this World Cup is dying every 2 days. Yes, and this is not being talked about because the World Cup is the World Cup, and it's like a huge, like we don't have the respect for it that we should, but globally, it's huge. The other thing is that in Qatar, gay rights are non-existent. You can be jailed for anyone even just believing that you are gay. So there's a lot of folks coming in and traveling from all over the world to see their team, and they are experiencing, well, one, at first, they were saying that they were basically in fear of being jailed. Qatar came back and was like, listen, don't do anything basically outrageous in public, but we will uphold.
Don't ask, don't tell, nigga.
Right. We will uphold, the rules and regulations of the World Cup in that like area or whatever. But a lot of athletes and people who support them have a real issue with this place even being allowed to host the World Cup because of their stance on gay rights. So now you have a lot of players protesting where they like have a little patch here that says like free love or one love or something like that. So that's another thing. Then FIFA, who is like, that's the organization that does the World Cup. They seem to have been paid off. FIFA, thank you. They seem to have been paid off because like again, not again, but Qatar is, they spent $229 billion on this new city and on these like state-of-the-art kind of spaces. The World Cup also is traditionally not played around this time. Like they changed even the date and time of this event in order to go there. And so a lot of people are questioning it, which they've had a lot of
questioning why they have this opportunity.
Why they made all of these, which we'll get into because that also feels tricky. Then on top of that, Qatar usually discriminates against brown folks from other countries, but they're bringing in brown and black folks from other countries to play on their team, and they're not even, they're not even affiliated with the team. So that's another, with the country, that's another thing.
To play to represent Qatar.
Yes. So then Iran is also there doing their own form of protest against their country. And in Qatar, there's no alcohol served at the game, allowed at the game. And so people are like, they were flipping their shit. The sponsors are like, excuse me? So now they've like lessened those rules and they're allowed
to manage this because it seems like these things have been,
which is why people are like, why are they even hosting it? So
a long time ago.
Qatar is like, listen, we're allowing people to drink, just not in the open stadium. Like we've bent our rules. They're also like, we spent $229 billion. Why are you people so ungrateful? We're also not arresting you gays. Leave us alone. Like we've done our part. So other people are asking, how can countries in good conscience send their soccer teams there? So at first I'm like, I hear that. Like, I don't know why these players would play over there, this and that. And then I got to thinking, like, there's a lot of backlash for
country. I live in?
Thank you. But then I got to think, I'm like, the Winter Olympic Games were in Russia. The Summer Olympics games were in China. I don't remember.
What's happening?
But I'm starting to think, too, that because Qatar is affiliated with the Middle East, that they're getting more shit than these other wild-ass countries.
Brown oppressors and exploiters getting more. Is it me?
I mean, because China is wild. Like, China, because we buy from China, we support China, but China's people don't have a whole lot of rights. They can't even search the internet like freely. There's all kinds of regulation, governmental regulations and oppression there. So make it make sense.
That ain't our business.
What?
It's not our business.
Yeah, because we don't watch football?
No, I mean all of these so-called expressions or manifestations of democracy, like that ain't our business because they're not doing that. That ain't got nothing to do with America or the Western countries. Like that's a huge problem is the West just goes and is like, you guys are not democratic. We're gonna kill everybody and then give you a new democratic president and everything will be okay.
And actually, we're going to leave before we accomplish anything.
And then we leave. We're going to actually
the fuck out of you.
Destabilize, get our resources, do what we got to do.
No, but I'm asking, like, I don't know. Do you think that the athletes should have boycotted? Should have been like, all right, this is one step too far?
Because, I mean, the slavery shit, that's wild.
That's crazy.
Like, on the count of slavery, possibly
people are dying.
I think that's the only reason that I think that's the most important reason.
It's like
everything else. I feel like it's hypocritical.
That's happened,
it's just
right.
like that's their business, that's their politics. They've been doing this for years. Like whatever, but like niggas are dying.
Yes.
By the minute. What was the statistic you just said?
1 every 2 days. She said
by
the minute.
Dying?
That's too far. They're dying from their living conditions.
The living conditions.
They're dying from
they're
being
like
malnourished.
Africans, right? They're like probably all Africans.
No, a lot of folks were. They appeared to be Indian as well. It didn't look like Africans, and it also looked like other people from within that region.
Like that is the serious cause of alarm right there.
Yes. You can look it up. I'm not making this up.
That feels like a Korean movie or like some deep, dark, like Black Mirror shit. Like,
and this another sad part of that is that a huge reason why they even spent all this money and wanted to have it decked out was to appeal to, the masses, to be considered like we're a real place. I know, like, to get some respect on their country and on their name.
They're a very wealthy country, aren't they?
Yes.
They're extremely wealthy. So, I don't know. Sounds weird to me. All of it sounds a little bit fishy to me. But
it's
America
insane.
and all the Western countries need to shut the fuck up. Like, y'all need to shut up. Because
okay.
You
sound like my girl.
What's pot to piss in. Who?
Forgot. Carol something. The lady from Holland. Moving right along, child. The Senate and the House, the House first, passed a bill called the Respect for Marriage Act. Do you know what this act is, Shanti?
Yes. Isn't that the one that your old boy was maybe not. What we talked about last week? Is this around interracial marriages and same sex? The guy married to the Asian lady. Married to Chu. Oh Lord.
Oh God.
What is his name?
Oh God, don't
Mitch
let
McConnell.
Her name not be Chow or Chu.
It's Mitch.
Mitch McConnell, but what is his wife's name? White.
Elaine Chow. You think
all right?
That's her real fucking name. I love it here.
No. That's not who we are. All right. So, what does this bill do? What does it not do? I'll tell you now. What it does not do is codify or legalize same-sex marriage. or interracial marriage. I don't even know. I'm going to forget interracial marriage right now for a second because just feels childish. Like we should have been had this done. we should have been had interracial marriage done. Like what are we talking about right now? Why is this even a part of the bill? I was just confused. Why is this shit
still not doing what it said it's supposed to do?
That's why I'm like, wait, what? Okay. So what does this bill do? Now, if the Supreme Court, it's a safeguard. If the Supreme Court overturns the right, the federal, meaning the national right to gay marriage, Befell, I always forget how to say his name, versus Hodges, the states can then pass laws banning it. Same thing with Roe v. Wade. That was overturned. Now it's in the power of the states, right? Mm-hmm. But here's the caveat. It's very similar to Roe v. Wade. If you are in a state or travel to a state, is that right? Yeah, travel to a state where you get married and it is legal in that state, where they go back home, that state has to
uphold it.
Recognize their marriage.
Word.
All right.
That's annoying.
Very, because also that, just like abortion, affects folks who do not have the means to do that. Religious liberty is protected, meaning churches would not lose their tax exempt status for refusing services to same-sex couples. The Senate amended this. The House did not have this caveat in the bill, but the Senate feared that it wasn't going to get passed if this was not in there, if this caveat was not. So that's unfortunate. And the other thing that the Senate shot down that I think there was a little talk about it in the House bill was this bill does not apply to polyamory whatsoever.
Polygamy?
Or polygamy. Why did you?
Polyamory is not marriage. Polygamy is like like I'm taking on my wife. Polyamory is like, this my side bitch.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. Well, thank you for that.
The Mormons are going to be upset.
I'm nervous.
They said, Jebediah done told us that this is...
Wait, let me finish. What does the bill do? So states must acknowledge same-sex and interracial marriages performed in that state. That's all it does.
Not interracial marriages.
It's wild. I don't know. Just in case that gets overturned as well. Listen.
I hope they allow... Goodness gracious. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm having a serious issue with this. My issue is that this is a civil rights issue. Like, this is a serious civil rights issue. Gay rights are civil rights. And the fact I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about it. I'm just like, historically, disenfranchised people have these federal rights and these protections, right? And when we think of those people, we think, I'm talking about like Black and brown folks, like there's certain rights that you can't not hire us because we're Black.
Oh, word. Okay.
You can't.
Okay. I'm back.
We can go get married. You know, we can go, if I need to pass things on to my loved one, that can happen with ease if I'm married. To me, gay rights is a civil liberty. We are so far ahead legally in this country and still struggling, still flailing for Black and brown folks. And I'm thinking to myself, like, is there rationale that being gay is a choice? Because then you can say like, oh, it's not a civil liberty, it's a choice.
Yes, of course.
Oh.
People that don't support gay marriage or gay people think that it's a psychological problem. It's just I think it's
even
been less than 20 years that they took it out of like psychology books as like an actual disorder. Like,
well, even the medically, you said a problem psychologically, even the medically unwell seem to have more rights than this. Like, what the fuck? It's like it really bothered me. And I get this bill and it's a step, but it is not enough at all. Like, it would be wild.
When did this happen?
I think last week it passed. And like Chuck Schumer, he's the senator from New York, and his daughter is gay and married and expecting a child with her partner, and he like was really celebratory about it. But I feel really saddened by it. Like,
unless it's codified, is it really protected? Like, isn't codifying something actually like y'all cannot touch it?
Codifying something, this is in law, so it's protected. It's saying that the states can choose. And it's basically leaning on the fact that they know that they think at least that a state will always have the right to this in case. But codifying it would mean the Supreme Court can't touch it. Like, this is the law.
So it's law. It's like nobody, it is what it is.
But this isn't a codification. What they want to codify and what they should codify, the same way they should codify Roe v. Wade, they should codify the original ruling of Oberbefell and Hodges, saying that gay folks had the right to be married and to enjoy the benefits of that, and to have their state issue them a marriage license, not have to drive a million fucking miles to go figure that out. Again, the people who are most disenfranchised and marginalized in this are the super marginalized, the folks that can't afford that travel or whatever the case is. So, pissed me off a bit, but I guess it's a win-ish, but not enough. Is it? Not enough at all. No. And dumbass Mitch McConnell voted against it. Married to his wife, Miss Chow, and then voted against his own dumbass marriage. You tell me. Make it make sense.
He committed. 10 toes down.
Moving right along to somebody that's committed. She needs maybe to be committed. It's Jennifer Lopez.
I think this is fake news.
I do too.
This ain't real.
But it's getting the people going, so it must be addressed.
This can't be real.
The first thing I thought about was Mariah Carey. You know how Mariah got like that insane beef with J-Lo where she's like, I don't know her. I know Mariah's like, wait, who? If y'all are not hip, Jennifer Lopez, or at least, let me say this right, a Whitney fan page tweeted that J-Lo has agreed to do a Whitney Houston tribute at the 2023 Grammys, singing, I Have Nothing and I Will Always Love You.
No, it's fake. This is fake news. Donald Trump, fake news.
Citing her alleged interview with Time, the fan posted, quote, J-Lo just revealed with @Time magazine that she is doing a Whitney Houston tribute at the Grammys next year. J-Lo said, I feel that Whitney's songs fit my vocal range. I'm going to sing. I have nothing and I will. Yeah, this is fake. Real. I know that fake. Jennifer Lynn Lopez Affleck never said this. Don't play with me.
I don't like her name. It reeks of just a lost person. What? Jennifer Lynn Lopez Affleck? It sounds like an AI generated person. That's not real.
Oh, it's real, child. I think that part is real. Let me see if that is even really
that must be her name.
Why? Because where else did I get that from? Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, like if that's not her name, I think we should end this podcast, and I can't trust you.
No, Jennifer Lynn Lopez Affleck. That's it. Jennifer Lynn Lopez was cute.
It hit.
And then the Affleck. It sounds like that commercial.
I love those commercials.
This is pretty privileged if it is true, though. And I'm not going to play it because people they posted a clip of her. And it's her.
That ain't real. But that ain't her singing a Mariah
Carey,
a Whitney song.
Houston, right? That's not her.
So they lying.
Lying.
Stop lying on the queen, on the Latina queen.
I want to know who in Whitney Houston's fan club would be that petty to start that rumor on Twitter. Because they had the fucking people going. It's on all the blogs. It's everywhere. And J-Lo is somewhere minding her business.
She was minding her business. Poorly singing. Ready to come. Her white man.
Yes.
Serenading him. He over there lying to her too.
Telling her it sound good.
Telling her it sound good.
Sing it to me again.
I love that R&B song.
Oh, that's funny. All right. Well, I hope that, things work out for Jenny or whatever. But I don't want to see that. I don't want nothing even like that to be resembled.
I only want to see the responses to that. Like, I want that to happen. Not to her, because she's going to get eaten up. But I just want to see the live reactions, the Twitter, the memes, the videos, the duets. People, like, that would be explosive for the culture. We need it.
I think it would be like when Fergie sang that national anthem.
Oh, my God. No, it would be 10 times worse than that.
Say, yeah. I was like, that was the best. That was the best. And then they was all laughing, dumbass Draymond. Draymond was like, I'm gonna watch that later.
She was getting jazzy. She was getting jazzy.
She was killing that shit. Shout out to her. Shout out to Fergie. That name's terrible.
Remember Fergie? Remember the era of Fergie?
Yes, I hated it. I never liked
the Black Eyed Peas. Era.
I never liked them either. Nothing they did.
It's cornballs.
Thank you.
International cornballs. just a league of light-skinned people.
I feel like, no, it was
a dark-skinned guy.
I gotta go. No, I feel like the Black Eyed Peas are the equivalent of, like, for pop what Drake is to rap. To me, Drake is just the corniest human in the world. But popular. Mm-hmm. I was so mad to see how many people's little Spotify said Drake at number one.
You know what your friend said?
Who?
Your friend said that Drake and Jay-Z, that Drake would eat Jay-Z up. Your
Drake?
ATL friend. Yeah. He said, what's Jay-Z going to... He said, what's Jay-Z going to come back and say? What's Jay-Z...
Did you just say my UTL friend?
I don't even know what that means. But you niggas are obsessed with acronyms right now. And whatever you came up with in your mind, I don't want to know.
Okay.
But he going to say, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Why? So he was saying that.
What's Jay-Z going to come back with? I need one dance, got anything in my hand. I said, what?
First of all, that's Drake. Oh, he's saying, what would Jay-Z play to one dance?
Yes. I'm done with you guys. We're done.
No, you didn't make that clear. And I have one more thing for pop culture.
Oh, you got more?
You bitch. Yes. All right. I want y'all to know that was the friend that Shanti had tried to hook me up with. So she should be ashamed of herself.
Tried to hook you.
All right, ready? We moving to it. The fact he said Drake would eat him up. I know he did. Ready? TJ Holmes is a popular Good Morning America co-host. He is co-host with Amy Rubach.
What?
Amy Rubach. These people apparently have been caught in New York of the cities on having an affair, having a whole ass affair. They're both married.
Now, girl, I think you're selling more fake news to the people, girl.
No, they're both married. What you mean?
Allegedly, they separated from their partners.
No, they didn't.
And what they're trying to see is if the time lapped, if their togetherness.
I didn't hear that. I know that Amy is separated from her partner, but old boy is with his wife.
For sure, for real.
Yeah, Amy is separating, sis. Let me tell you something.
Talk about
this man penned an anniversary message to this lady.
Recently, after all this leaked?
March 1st, 2020. No. But I need to read this message because I want to know what you would say to the person who wrote this. Are you ready?
Yes.
This particular #decade challenge is a little late, but ellipsis, 10 years ago, Mary Lee Feebig married me. And despite my best efforts, she remained married to me the past 10 years. That's not hyperbole. I'm not being dramatic. I gave her plenty of reasons, excuses, and opportunities to walk her fine ass out the door. But instead, with her built-in black woman superpower, she showed a grace.
Black woman?
She showed a grace and patience that's incomprehensible. Asking her for another 10 years would be asking for too much. Another 10 months? That may even be a stretch. If she gave me another 10 weeks, I consider myself a lucky man. If she puts up with me another 10 years, I'd be grateful. But if she would even spare another 10 minutes of her time for me today, I should consider myself blessed. This is Mary Lee Feebig Holmes, y'all. And I, TJ Holmes, do solemnly swear that I, was here. It gets cut off.
You want to get out of that? You made it clear how much you wanted to get out of that relationship.
I read that. It was like somebody responded and said the most unromantic speech ever. Men will humiliate you unprovoked. Oh my God. Like, sir, she's right. That was unprovoked. That lady did not ask for that. Why would you say that?
I can't stand another 10 minutes with my wife. I cannot shake this bitch for all that I've tried. I've tried numerous times and she won't get off of me. And I don't know how to make it stop.
They said, and despite my best efforts, she remarried.
Despite my best efforts?
Remained married to me the past 10 years. That's what he said to her.
That's her fault now. I'm upset with her it's actually her problem.
Built-in
not
black
his.
Woman superpower? Excuse me?
Built-in black woman superpower?
She should have left
and then he cheat on you for a white woman?
Girl,
his coast?
Let me tell you the craziest thing. Him and that white lady got back on air today and never addressed it.
Why should they?
Well, good morning, America. And kept it pushing. Listen, let me tell you something.
TJ is unhappy.
TJ Holmes.
Mary Lee Holmes, girl, the writing was on the motherfucking wall that he posted to his Instagrams. Girl. I'd be like, what? What are you saying? What do you want?
I don't know. But that was some wild shit.
Tricky.
What would you say if somebody said that to you? Like, what if that when you...
I'd be like, I feel like there's an undertone here. I feel like there's something else here that I want to sit down and talk to you about. Like, do you want to break up? Because you referenced it about 19 times.
50-11.
What would you have said?
My dumb ass probably would be like, y'all, that's not how he meant it. Because what he had said, he's just grateful for every fucking day. Like, he's so happy that I'm here. He would never leave me alone. That's probably what my dumb ass would have said.
But put some heart eyes. I love you,
I probably would have screenshotted it and posted on my story.
Reposted that shit.
That when you believe in yourself.
Well, we wish you nothing but avoiding those type of little... I bet he's a Scorpio.
Look it up. TJ Holmes. Don't sound far off. What is he?
A Leo.
A Leo, but it's Scorpio in his chart. We saying anything? Let's see that. A Leo, really? Tricky. Well, y'all, I think we're about at that time. Time to say goodbye. Even though we have not figured out how to do that just yet.
It's so hard.
Transitions is whack.
Transitions are hard in life. Period.
There it is. We out. Okie dokie.
Wow, 55 minutes.